左前方进入主路。100米后，在红绿灯路口右转，右转进入开元路。保持直行，沿当前道路紧航开始。
So we're going to do a 17-kilometer trip. Should take about an hour. This is the latest version of NioPilot.
"前方500米内有多个违法拍照，请按交规行驶。"
So it did okay there. It wasn't too hesitant passing that car that was slightly in our lane. Just moved over a little bit. Okay, so it's made a lane change behind this road sweeper, but it's not going to be able to get past. I really don't know why it's done that. I think it's trying to get into the correct lane for the upcoming junction, but it didn't need to do it so early. So I need to start holding the wheel a little bit firmer because I've got a bad rating from having too many warnings about holding the wheel. I think if you get too many warnings, it stops you from using the full NioPilot for a period of time. So you've got this image for the intersection. When you come up to a pedestrian crossing, it puts up this camera, and then when you indicate left and right, it shows you the blind spot on either side. Okay, so it's a little too cautious there. I don't know what it saw that made it stop, but there was nothing in front of us or pulling in front of us. We've got a lot of mopeds just cutting in front. So in China you need to be a little bit more assertive, otherwise everyone will take advantage. So you could see there it could have gone, but there was mopeds pulling in quite closely on the inside. That's good, it's getting into the correct lane for this right turn. Wasn't particularly necessary, and it's going a lot slower because of the parked cars on the right hand side. Could have stayed in the left hand lane until the junction. Now we can turn right here, because you can turn right on a red light. It's gonna do it. That's good. It did wait for the other traffic crossing from the other side, and then it took the turn. So we took this road last time and it thought that this lane on the right hand side was a lane and tried to pull into it. It hasn't done that this time. Tried to adjust the camera settings, but I'm not sure if it's still too overexposed. Hopefully it's a better picture than last time. If there's any other videos you'd like to see on the car, or even other Chinese cars, I did go and try to test drive the Xiaomi SU7 last week, but they're not letting people test drive it unless you've got a license for more than 2 years, apparently, because they've had quite a lot of crashes. So this is a difficult junction. Let's see how it handles this. Okay, it's stopped in front of that car, so I've had to intervene. The taxi just didn't give quite enough. The taxi didn't give quite enough space for it to safely turn, so we would have just been stuck there otherwise. That's the situations it's really got to hone and fix. It's just being more confident. But I don't know how it can be much more confident without risking having accidents. Because it's stopped there because there's the taxi in front, and it doesn't know what to do. It's waiting for the other person to make the decision, but it should have gone round the taxi. I think situations like that are going to be very difficult for these systems to make a good decision.
红绿灯处有接打电话拍照。
I'd be interested to try test driving a Tesla to see what Tesla's FSD is like in those sort of situations, because I know Tesla's system isn't as good as it is here as it is in America, so I don't know whether it's worth trying it here. did see recently a Nio. I'm not sure if it was just doing some testing or something, but there was someone driving it where you didn't even need to have your hand on the wheel.
前方1.8公里内有多个不礼让行人拍照。350米处有违法拍照。
So the car behind wouldn't let us in, which see what happens. Still trying to indicate, but the thing is, there is enough space to change lane, but nobody's letting it change lane.
先让一下，晚点变过去。
Yeah, so it's ended up cancelling. It's going to try again, but there's more traffic now. Thing is, it needs to be in one of the other lanes, because this lane we can only turn left. I'll give it a bit more of a chance, but if nobody... Thing is, for someone to let it go, they have to really give it a lot of time, and most people aren't willing to do that. They'll give you a few seconds, or they'll slow down to let you in, but when you don't take that opportunity, it will...
领航辅助已退出。
Yeah, I'm going to cancel it, and because nobody's going to let me in unless I push in.
领航开始。
See, these systems would probably work better in other countries where people follow the rules a bit more strictly. In China, it's like if you can get in front, you're in front and you've got priority over everyone else. It's much more aggressive driving. It works well in some situations, but then it's terrible in others, especially junctions with cross-hatching in the centre. People block junctions, and then the traffic coming from the other direction can't cross, and just ends up with a massive traffic jam. Yellow box junction. Totally forgot what that was called. They do have them here, but people just ignore them all the time.